It is time for part number 2 of the Buffalo Sabres hockey card collection. Let's get into it. So, last episode we did 4 pages, I think 4, and now we have about 4 pages left. So, this is going to be a fun episode. It should take about 30 minutes of our time, and who knows? This could go into a part 3. But if I'm really close, I'm just going to go through just do it. All right, so first off here, we have Gored Denali. We have 2 cards for Gored Denali. We're going to take a look at this first one here. It says on the back, entering his 9th NHL season, Gored Denali joined his 4th NHL organization when he was traded by Winnipeg to Buffalo for Doug McClain and future consideration for Darren Shannon, Mike Hartman, and Dean Kennedy. Donnelly was the unusual distinction of being involved in transaction for a coach. The rights of Donnelly and Claude Julien were awarded to Quebec after St. Louis acquired Jacques Demers from Quebec as coach on October 19th, 1983. So that's the first one. This one here, don't have anything to read for it. It's a Fleer Ultra. Oops, forgot to turn around. You got your stats back there. And that is Gored Denali. First card's all the way. After that, we have Evander King, one of the only remaining active players to have played for the Atlanta Thrashers. So there you go. On the back, there is stats. You can see Thrashers are on there. King reached his 20-goal plateau for the first time in his NHL career and led the Sabres to that category in 2016-17. He also had 9 multi-point games that year, including 5 2-goal outings. So there you go. That's Evander King. After that, you have Dave Snuggerud. Dave Snuggerud. We have 3 cards for him. We shall start off with this one first. Look at his back stats, and I do have a little small thing to read here. Snuggerud was a key member of the Sabres penalty-killing unit, which ranked 5th in the NHL in 1990-91. He led the team with 4 shorthanded goals and had 2 game winners. Here's his second one right there. A member of the U.S. national team in 1988, Dave Snuggerud was the Sabres' first selection in 1987 supplemental draft. The NCAA West second team All-American in the University of Minnesota. He compiled 140 points in 126 games. Snuggerud has made his NHL debut in 1989. Snuggerud, who hasn't missed a game since arriving in the NHL, led the Sabres with 4 shorthanded goals in 1990-91. He recorded 4 points in the 1991 playoffs. After that, you have this one right here. Here's his back stats, and we got a little something to read. Dave reads the ice well and is a digger along the boards. Quick with a stick check and a good forechecker, led by University of Minnesota Golden Gophers the NCAA Finals in 1989. So that is another card out of the way, Dave Snuggerud. Now here's another player. We have Zack Pegasion. Probably saying that wrong. He's also in the player that played on the Atlanta Thrashers. And right now, I think he's in Tampa. He was the guy that I was talking about in February where he got put on waivers and then he refused to get sent out to the NHL and his contract got terminated. And then he went to Tampa and played actually pretty good. So he basically got revived in Tampa. So here's his 2016-17 card, like my favorite card from him of all time. Sorry about the really bad glare. Pegasion notched the game-winning goal in 1:48 into overtime when the visiting Sabres beat the Canadiens 3-2 on January 21st, 2017. It was the 4th game winner of his career. That's Zack Pegasion. Now after that, you have John Tucker wearing a Sabres jersey. John was the Sabres Rookie of the Year in 1984-85 with 49 points in 64 games. That same year, he became the only player in Sabres history to take 2 penalty shots in a season. On October 31st, 1984, versus Philadelphia, he was the last Sabre to score on a penalty shot. The Sabres traded him to the Capitals on January 5th, 1990, only to bring him back on July 3rd. In the team's first meeting after the trade, he scored a goal and 2 assists against his own team. So, very interesting there. That is John Tucker for you. After that, now we have, this one is actually a signed card. It is Jason Pominville. Well, one of them is signed. So there you go. That's a signed card. The back, there's his MVP ratings. It's very silver, so it's very bad glare. Sorry if you can't read that. Today you got this one, favorite card for men of all time. And then Buffalo's second round pick in 2001 scored twice in his first game back with his original NHL team on October 5th, 2017, and registered another 2-goal outing a week later at San Jose on October 12th. So there you go. That is Jason Pominville. After that, we got a rookie card, and it is Casey Mittelstadt. Now, this guy didn't turn out to be the way that Buffalo wanted him to be. He's kind of in the AHL right now. So there you go. Mittelstadt was the best forward of the 2018 World Junior Championship after tying the tournament lead with 11 points, 4 goals, 7 assists for 11 points, after winning a bronze medal with Team USA. So that's Casey Mittelstadt's MVP rookie card. A little rip in the card pile there. After that, you have Gary Galley. Here is his back stats. There you go. After that, you have Mikko Makela. Sabres hockey card right there. Mikko scored a goal in his first NHL game on October 12, 1985. He still shares an Isles rookie record of 5 points in a game. After 5 years in Long Island, Mikko was traded twice within 12 months. The Isles swapped him to the Kings on November 29th, 1989 for Kevin Baumgartner and Hubie McDonough. The Kings dealt him to Buffalo on September 30th, 1990 for Mike Denali. Mikko enjoys boating, water skiing, and golf. There you go. Little personal fun fact of him. Don't know if he still does that, but you never know. So now we move on to the second page of this video. We're almost halfway done. We have Robin Regeher. He's having a goal battle there. So, and there's the back of his stats. Don't have to read anything. Looks like he played with the Flames for quite a bit. See if it's the right way. I always, with sideways cards like that, oops, I'm tripping on my computer cord here. With like cards like that, I always get confused. Like, let's say I'll place them like this inside the card holder, but then I'll be upside down. So I always have to look for that and be careful because it's gonna drive me literally insane if I don't do that. So. A little fun fact about me. Next up, we have Benoit Pouliot. Favorite card format once again. He's got to play for the Wild, Canadiens, Bruins, Lightning, and Rangers, and Oilers. Signed as a free agent by the Sabres prior to the 2017-18 season, Pouliot pulled his first solo accolades by scoring twice and adding an assist on Buffalo's 5-4 win on Arizona on November 2nd. That's not really a great accomplishment. I mean, Buffalo. Not only did Buffalo suck that season, Arizona sucked that season. So. You get what I'm getting at here. After that, we have Alexander Mogilny. We'll be talking about him on the show at some point because he has an interesting history about how he got to the Sabres in 1991. Because as you know, Soviet Union, we talked about this in the What is the Stanley Cup book, the Soviet Union with all that good stuff, so he was cut off from the outside world and stuff, so yeah. Alexander, known as Magic to his teammates, scored 15 goals as a rookie in Sabres in 1989-1990. A flashy skater and puck handler, he was the first Soviet player to leave his country, turning pro with the Sabres in the summer of 1989 after figuring in the Soviets World Championship. That's Alexander Mogilny right there. After that, we have Doug Bodger. Doug Bodger back there. Back card of his stats. Now we read. A 6-year veteran at age 24, Doug is a smooth skater whose hard shot and playmaking ability are keys to Sabres' power play. He was the first-round pick of the Pittsburgh Penguins in 1984. Doug came to the Sabres in 1988 in a deal that made Tom Barrasso a Penguin. So, that's a pretty cool fun fact for you. After that, we have a Hall of Famer card. Now, this one's pretty interesting. We have Gilbert Parole. We have a lot to read here. When Gil joined the Buffalo Sabres as their first draft pick in 1970, Coach Punch Imlach said Gil could be as great as he wants to be. Gil wanted it so much that he would wind up being ushered in the Hall of Fame in 1990. The first year he was eligible for election. Born on November 13th, 1950, Victoriaville, Quebec, Gil won the Calder Trophy as NHL's Rookie of the Year in 1971. He won the Lady Bang Sportsmanship Trophy in 1973 and twice was named the All-Star second team. Gil was a shifty, I thought that said the bad word, speedy skater and outstanding stick handler. He centered Buffalo's French Connection line in Reen Robert and Rick Martin. In his 17 NHL seasons with the Sabres, he totaled 512 goals, 814 assists for 1,326 points in 1,191 games. He holds most of the Sabres scoring records, and he retired in 1986-87 season. After that, we have 2 cards for my man Rick Vave. First one is, this is a 1991-92 Upper Deck card. Looks like we have nothing to read behind the stats, so that's good. So put that one down. After this, we have this Rick Vave. Let's read. Rick has been a model of the consistency in his NHL career, scoring 20 or more goals in each of his 11 seasons. He scored his 400th career goal in 1989-1990 against the Canadiens. The team grew up idolizing a physical player with a hard shot. Rick scored 50 or more goals in 3 straight seasons with Toronto in the early 1980s. So he's a pretty big goal scorer. After that, sorry if you hear that music. My parents are rocking out at 11:15 at night. Next up, we have Christian Ruud. Probably butchering that really badly there, but Christian joined the Sabres in 1986, 3 years after being drafted. He led all NHL rookies in assists in 1986-87 with 43 and represented the Sabres in the 1988 All-Star Game. His 60 points made him the Sabres' fourth leading scorer in 1989-90. The Finnish-born playmaker's last name is pronounced Ruutu. There you go. After that, we have Paul Gostad. He's wearing one of the Buffalo Slug jerseys there. The back stats, he's pretty much a rookie. With tireless rough efforts and team-first attitude, Gostad established himself as a key member of the Sabres entering 2005-2006. He's big, strong, and aggressive, and playmaker when he's on the ice. That doesn't mean, however, he forgets defensive responsibilities. After that, the final card on this page, we have Derek Plunk. We have nothing to read here. There's the back for him. That's it for page number 2. We have a full page of players, and then we move on to about 7 goalies. So Buffalo has a pretty stacked goaltender. We have Jason Dave here. Here's the back of his card. Gaining the first taste of professional hockey, Dave joined the Rochester Americans for the '93 AHL playoffs. He was drafted as a scorer and decent speed, and took a big start to becoming an NHL regular last season. David Daw, it's not David, it's Daw, also recorded 22 goals in 14 games in 48 NHL games in 1993-94. Apologies for me stuttering. I do that quite a bit, which is what you guys don't see that a lot. So, because you used to see it a lot back in my early videos, but now I got a bunch more editing work and stuff, and I'm much more better YouTuber. After that, we have Todd Simon. So there you go. He's wearing one of those interesting helmets. On the back here, there he is in a close-up. We read, Todd won the Eddie Powers Memorial Trophy as the OHL's leading scorer with 146 points for the Niagara Falls. I'm such an idiot. Niagara Falls. In 1991-92. He was also named the league's outstanding player that season. We basically move on to a bunch of one card players in this page, so that we're just going to roll through these really quick. After that, we have Chris Butler. He hasn't really played too much, only played like 47 games. Butler notched his first NHL point in his very first game, recording an assist against Los Angeles on December 19th, 2008. Oh, he flipped over. Come on. After that, we have Ken Sutton. Right there, you look at the back stats right there. A rugged defenseman of a considerable size, was the 4th leading scorer among Sabres Blue Liners, netted 1 power play goal and 1 game-tying goal, and had 10.4 shooting percentage. Scored 3 goals and 4 points in 8 playoff games. After that, we have Mark Astley, not Rick Astley. Oh, no. I'm thinking Todd Sutter. So there you go. Look at the back here. There's his stats. Got nothing to read there. Oh my god, I flipped it over again. Now this one is quite a bit interesting. We have a see-through card. It is Brian Holzinger for the Sabres. Look. You can see me. You can see me through the card. So there, it's an ice performers. This is probably worth a lot, but it's really crappy, right? It's really messed up. I'm probably gonna have to put this inside of one of these old things. I have to buy more of them. So there you go. Back, you can't really see too well, except you can see me. Wrong way. So we can see me through there. But yeah. The Sabres' second leading scorer in 1996-97, fourth-year center Brian Holzinger continued to be one of the Buffalo's go-to players early this season. There you go. After that, we have Dean Kennedy. Kennedy right there. Dean joined the Sabres the day before the 1989-90 season opened and did not miss a single game. Tough around the net, he appeared in his 400th game in the career December 29th against the Bruins. Dean scored his first career playoff goal and had an assist against the Canadiens. He previously played for the Kings twice and the Rangers. Now next up we have Gary Ledyard. So there you go. A well-traveled defenseman, broke into the NHL with the Rangers in 1984. He also played for the Kings and the Capitals before winding up with the Sabres late in 1988-89 season. He had his best season with the Kings in 1986-87. He sold 37 points on 14 goals and 23 assists. And finally, the final player for the Buffalo Sabres, we have Scott Arniel. Scott, who returned to the Jets late in the June 1990 deal, that two-way player. He spent his first 4 years in the league with Winnipeg and missed only one game in his last 3 seasons there. One of the biggest goals to consider is to be consistent, he says. So there you go. That's it for the players. We now have 7 goalies. So after that, we have a draft day gems. Ryan Miller, 1999 NHL draft, round 5, 138th pick overall. He is right there. He's proven himself in the NHL. I know how much of an impact that the Miller family has on the NHL. They've had about 5 people on their team, so it's quite a few. I'm going to read the back here. There's the back. Miller wasn't quite the legend he would become at Michigan State University when the Sabres selected him from the North American Hockey League's Sioux Lakers in 1999. He went on to rewrite the Spartans' goaltending record and win the Hobey Baker Awards, the NCAA's Hockey's Best Player. After that, we have about 2 cards here for Darren Puppa. There's a second one right there. I'm going to read them now. This is a platinum performer. Despite missing considerable playing time because of a wide variety of injuries, Puppa, whatever, posted 2 shutouts last season. A butterfly style goalie with quick feet. Puppa has matured into a battler in the net. So you have this one then. A finalist among the Vezina Trophy 1989-90. Darren took his place among the league premier netminders. He tied Patty Raw and John Casey for the league lead in 31 victories and ranked 3rd behind Roy and Mike Leah with a .903 save percentage. He was the first Buffalo goalie to win 30 since Don Edwards in 1977-1978. After that, we have Tom Draper. There are the 2 cards for him. We're going to start off with this one. Looks like we don't have too much to read here. It's another one of the sporting news. Tom had an outstanding rookie year, playing 26 regular season games, then starting all 7 playoff games for the Sabres. He blanked Boston 2-0 Game 5 and finished the postseason with a fine 2.63 goals against average and a .905 save percentage. After that, now we have this player. We have this one right here. Draper recorded his best effort last season. Draper was one of the spectacular at all times. He recorded 10 wins last season and 1 shutout. He was credited with 2 assists in that season. He led the team in save percentage. It was the only Sabres netminder to finish the record above the .500 mark. He handles the stick well. Oh, well, I guess we only have 6 goalies because I'm apparently a huge idiot. So, oh yeah. I am really dumb. This is a duplicate card. Let me just put this down here real quick. I have a huge thing down there, duplicate cards. Looks like we have actually 4 Darren Papa cards, so we already went through 2 of them. Go through the other 2. I am an idiot. I am an absolute idiot. I can't believe I realized that now. That is really embarrassing. So there you go, Darren Papa. Already reviewed 2 of his cards. We have 3 cards left. So Darren Papa here, so we're going to go through with this one, of course. Flip it around, there you go. Then we'll go for his All-Star second team. We got a lot to read here. Or not a lot, actually. Darren earned a spot in the All-Star second team with an outstanding season with the Sabres in 1989-1990. His 31 wins, 2.89 goals against average, and a .903 save percentage all ranked among the league leaders, and played 31 minutes in the Wales Conference win in the All-Star game. So that is the 4 cards for Darren Papa. After that, we only have 3, and that is Robin Lehner is the next one up. Lehner did not prove himself in Buffalo. He was not very good. There's his back stats right there. Played for the Senators and then went to the Sabres. I bet none of you guys remember Robin Lehner with the Sabres. I mean the Senators. Lehner, who finished 3rd in the league with 1,758 saves in 2016-17, recorded a season-high 43 stops in the Sabres' 3-1 win at Toronto on February 11th, 2017. After that, we have 2 cards here for Clint Malarchuk. Malarchuk. Now, I know this guy. He had a very bad injury, and after that, things started to change. I will say that. So, Clint Malarchuk there. Let's read this card, if I can get it at right angle, first. Clint got out of the gates quickly for the Sabres in 1991. Pulling a 5.32 of 2.30 goals against average in the first 10 seasons. His best effort in a season game in December 29th, when he made 50 saves to 4-4 tie in New Jersey. A stand-up goaltender with quick goodness. Clint played for the Nordiques and the Capitals before coming to Buffalo in 1989. That's it for the first one. After that, you have this one right here. Clint finished 4th in the NHL with a .903 save percentage in 1989-90. His first season with Buffalo, a good skating player who plays angles well. He considers himself fortunate to be still playing in the NHL after a freak injury suffered on March 22nd, 1989, which is probably the neck injury. Clint received a 6-inch cut on the throat by a skate blade in a goal of collision. They couldn't keep him on the bench. Remarkably, he returned to the action 11 days later. Clint was a 3rd-round choice by the Nordiques in the 1981 draft, but did not become the Quebec's #1 goalie until 1985 and 1986. He played 100 games over that season, and the next he recorded 3.21 and 3.40 goals against averages before being traded to Washington. And finally, the final card in the Buffalo Sabres hockey card collection. Before we move on to the Calgary Flames, we're sort of catching up to the draft prospects. We have Dominik Hasek. So, there you go. Back stats. Doesn't have anything to read, so that's good. We did that in under 30 minutes. Next up, we will start off with Joe Nieuwendyk, Theo Anfilleri, Sean Monahan, and the Calgary Flames. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy, please do drop a like. And make sure to hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. And I will see you guys in the next video.